Nathan Scott here. Thank you again for tuning in. I've just finished up another sculpture. This is a police officer for the city of Lacombe, which is south of Edmonton. This is the proposal. This is the sculpture I did, the maquette. To win the proposal, they like the idea of a guy sitting on a bench. This is going to be sitting in front of their brand new police station that they're just building right now. And this is all going to be unveiled and dedicated September 15th of 2016 here. So here you go. They wanted a guy that was friendly, you could warm up and sit down and talk to him. And it's been an exciting piece where it's putting somebody on a bench that you can interact with, having quite a bit of detail. You'll see some detail in a few minutes of, you can see when I was sculpting it too. And so it's been a lot of fun in that sense. So after this, again, mold making, casting, and we'll be doing that. So thank you. To start this project, the city of Lacombe has a certain style of benches. So from there, I was able to purchase one of the benches of the same style. So when sculpting this piece, it fits exactly onto the bench. I'm not trying to make the sculpture later on comply to a bench, but I'm sculpting the sculpture on the bench so it fits really well, very tightly, and it looks like it's supposed to be like that. Also, it helps for security also, just being able to have it nice and tight to the surface and have it bolted down. So at the very beginning, you see here, I am just fleshing it out. I've sort of worked it out through pictures already, like I've shown you before, but really it's getting perspective and making it look as natural as possible. So when you're watching through this video, you may see things that I change. I might change, and this one I changed the leg a little bit here and there. There's a few just body language things, bringing the shoulder over a little bit more, rolling it around, just to make it more natural. You don't want a sculpture that looks really stiff. So when on a sculpture, once you've got the perspective, you got the proportions, all that, you got to start somewhere. So you'll see suddenly there's a tie and there's there's wrinkles coming out. You start somewhere, and you just, once you pick something, you go at it, and then for me, I build around, and then you'll see me. I'm going around in circles. I'm working this section. I'm working that section. For me, just to do one section and then try to do another section, it doesn't always work. I'm always continually just trying to get a feel of the whole sculpture as I go around. So this is why I'm moving so much. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. It's just because I'm standing back often. I'm looking at it, changing things as we go. You'll see me moving around quite a bit, working the sculpture. I never work on one spot for long at one time, maybe 10 or 15 minutes, depending if I'm working on, like on this one, there was a belt with a variety of different stun guns and battery packs and radios and all that. That one I'll work through. But once I've got it roughed out, I want to move around to other sections and start working those. If you were just working one piece at a time and you get it all finished and fully detailed, you're going to be going around and going, oh man, I should have brought that out farther. I should have done this a little bit differently. And then I found, when I first started out, that I was resculpting things I've sculpted already. So this one, you're working around, it's a process, and you're building up, and it makes just the fluidity. What you're trying to capture is the fluidity of the sculpture from the front to the side to the back, all the way around, from the bottom to the top. So that's really important. With more details, you spend a little bit more time here cleaning these things up. I'm looking at pictures because I do want to be as close as possible to authenticate the police officer. So I'm doing the side badges. I'm trying to get the right kind of gun and the different things that they wear, the handcuffs and just all these little details that are important. I feel that are important, and it'll be very important to them too. Thanks, folks, for tuning in and watching this. It's been exciting to share this process again with you. The next will be the mold making and the casting, so stay tuned, keep coming back. Thanks so much, folks.